Cześć wszystkim. Jesteśmy znowu. Także... Który to już jest? 56. Minimapa nasza. Wow. I tak zrobimy. Wróćmy do Randwi. Mogę coś zbudować przy okazji? Nic. Nic nie mogę. Dobra. Ostatnio trochę to więcej zajęło mi. 45 wszędzie. Niestety. Dodajmy najpierw umiejętności. Nadepnięcie. Obrażenia krytyczne. Agresywne parowanie. Lekki łuk. Aha.
Rowan, Holger, why all this shouting?
Eivor, thank Tyr.
I heard shouting. Is something wrong?
Holger robbed me, and I demand he be punished.
Tyr to chyba tam, któremu rękę zjedzono.
Does the
Mi się
deer rub
wydaje.
the stream when she takes a drink? Does a cow rub a field when he crops on sweet grass?
Eivor, this matter requires sensitive judgment. Will you?
O co chodzi?
Of course. From the beginning, please.
Well now, there is no excuse too small, I see. Nothing to keep you from coveting that seat, is there?
In Sigurd's absence, who has better claim to oversee these disputes?
You might leave them to work it out for themselves, but that would mean letting go, would it not?
Ale on jest wkurwiający. Strasznie, strasznie.
Please start again. Tell me all that has happened.
I will start. I have been falsely accused by this Saxon Philistine.
A filly what? Are you mocking me?
Silence, please. I will hear both of your complaints and render a decision, awarding compensation if needed. Understood? Rowan, tell me your version of these events.
As you are aware, Holger and I are neighbors. Near enough
Rozgraniczenia,
that I catch him
jak
at my
pracy, to
stables,
ja się...
stealing my tools.
Borrowing.
Holger, let him speak.
Stealing, borrowing. My point being, I have always allowed him to use whatever he pleased. I greatly admire your Norse generosity and had hoped to match it. But this morning, Holger stretched the limits of my grace. Entering my stables for their feed, I found my most beautiful, gentle mare stripped of her tail. Bereft, not a strand in sight. I am ashamed to say my natural suspicion drew me to Holger, and how right I was. For when I peered across the lane, there he was, gripping a horsetail brush slathered with indigo, dragging it across a sheet of...
Painting, Rowan. I was painting. You make it sound so crude.
You see? Such willful arrogance. It will take ages for Ilgifu's tail to reach its former length. I demand compensation.
I understand. Thank you, Rowan. Holger, let me hear your side.
Eivor, you have known me as a skald for years. You have seen how my poems bring life and joy and
Czy to jest dobry
wisdom
wybór w
to
ogóle,
our
czy nie?
people. And you know that my work requires a certain, let us say, freedom. To make use of rare resources to compose my verses. Often when lacking the proper tools, I have made use of novel items. Alvis's walking stick, Tovi's inks, all were given gladly.
You cut off my horse's tail to make a
No to
brush.
chyba
Bleed-
Rowan.
As I was saying, this morning in the throes of poetic reverie, I realized that my latest piece required delicate brushwork. I could have used a frayed stick, some cloth, my hands, but no. I needed something gentler, softer. To make a perfect brush, I needed the fine hairs of a well-raised horse. And so I availed myself of a local resource.
You clipped Alfgafu's tail to the rump without asking.
It was early. I did not wish to wake you.
Thank you, Holger. I believe I understand your position. I believe I have heard enough. If you will...
No,
My
Rowan ma
horse
rację.
looks like a
Jest
fool,
poszkodowany.
Eivor. No handsomer than a donkey now. You must do something.
Do not conflate hair with beauty, Rowan. She remains radiant. Elgifer's hair will grow back in
No,
no
taki
time.
problem z dupy
Quiet,
dosłownie.
both of you. Now listen. Holger, Browan is clearly in the right. You sheared the tail from his horse without gaining permission.
I borrowed the tail. Borrowed! Does the reality of regrowth not make this a victimless crime?
It is a two-victim crime, Holger. Though they are unharmed, you took without asking, and that will not do. As the horse's value has diminished significantly, you will pay Rowan its market price.
But the horse was not for sale. Rowan, admit it.
My decision is final, Holger. Pay what you owe, and meet tomorrow as friends.
And if I do, may I keep the horse?
Pay the man and be done with it. Rowan, does this satisfy you?
It does. Thank you, Eivor.
Good. Then by Tyr's blessing, let this matter rest.
Ale
We're done
pierdała
here.
masakra.
Return to your homes in peace.
Would you allow me to pay you with a vibrant painting? After all, in some ways you helped in its creation.
Absolutely not.
Oh, hello, Eivor. Good day. That Holger, he is quite the character.
I almost envy him. To see the world through such a muddy glass and live with such petty concerns. He hasn't a care in the world.
Let's not walk too far without
Patrzcie,
idea.
skąd zipie coś
I
takiego.
need you
A, to
right
jest
where you are.
świeca.
East Anglia is with us. Their King Oswald has pledged his loyalty to us.
Eivor Kingmaker, we shall call you soon.
Kolejny sojusz. Teraz na południe.
Some interesting news. King Ceolwulf has sent Ceolbert to Shropshire. He hopes to install him as Ealdorman there.
Good for Gilbert. He should do well considering all he has learned from you.
I gave him only a taste of my knowledge. The rest he will need to figure for himself. One more thing. I do not know if you heard, but Svend passed away a short time ago. The poor man slipped
To był
away in his
Svend.
bed.
I had not heard, no. And how is Tovi? She must be gutted.
Nie
It has
pamiętam.
been rough on her. She spends quite a lot of time at his burial mound. Speak with her, if you have the time.
Nie mogę dalej podbijać? Nie mogę? Tego bym chciał właśnie. Naprawdę nie mogę? Coś się z moją grą dzieje. Czemu to się tak długo ładuje? To nie jest... Nowe możliwości, okej. Sto 60. Towe 20. Dwieście 20. Tu będę mógł się udać.
Word of our growing settlement has reached outside ears, so have a look around. You may see a few new faces.
I want to see the Alliance map.
90, 90, 130.
What of Oxenefordscire? Sigurd told me he had business there.
Ah, yes. Sigurd is there now, in fact. He bids you go meet him as soon as you can. He has partnered with a rebellious thane called Giedrich, and hopes to install Giedrich as elderman in exchange for an oath. There is an alehouse at the center of Buckingham. Sigurd will meet you there.
Mhm. I udamy się tam od razu, fabularnie.
I should join my brother then. Where is Buckingham?
No oprócz opłasu oczywiście.
Along the great Ouse River that divides Oxenefordscire. Sigurd will be pleased to see you.
Dobra. Chodźmy stąd. Wrócimy tutaj niedługo. 11 minut dopiero, okej. 56 odcinek już. A, mogę przekuć?
You seem
Wreszcie.
sad.
I am.
I know. I'm sorry I was not here to send him on his way. He was loved.
That he was. But suppose we honor him best by keeping the clan
Nie pamiętam w
going.
ogóle kto to był
Anyhow,
Swend nawet.
You probably need something, eh?
What have you...
You like the looks of that one?
Nie mamy.
Done for now.
I will see you...
Put that gear to good use out there.
Nie, trzeba płynąć.
Man your oars! Need to row our way out. We must row in these waters.
1,5 kilometra.
Run up the sail! Hold a moment. I'll be back soon.
I'll wait here.
Ktoś ciągle za mną chodzi, nie? Bo była jakaś postać, która za mną zasuwała, jak byliśmy w tym... w wiosce. Nie wiadomo dlaczego. No, tu w paru miejscach nie byliśmy. I tu jeszcze jeden najazd. Czyli łącznie 2. Ale ja i tak zacznę raczej wcześniej fabułę. Zaczniemy starania o ten sojusz. Tutaj się nie opłaca za bardzo eksplorować, tak? Wiecie co ja zrobię? Tak.
Prop the sail!
Z jednej strony nie muszę ulepszyć tutaj statku, więc złą opcją nie jest wcale ulepszanie tej osady. Bez znaczenia większego. Konie tu potrafią pływać. Nieźle, co? Ja też myślałem, że tutaj ta woda jest tak nisko, znaczy, że jest dosyć płytko i on jeszcze daje radę. Tutaj widzę, że konie potrafią zawsze. Dobra, mamy następny punkcik. A nazwiemy to nie inaczej jak Oxenefordscire.
Slit a goose's throat. Get me new boots, though.
All lends me strength.
Pierdolonego niklu.
God damn you! Damn you!
Dobra. Jakieś głupoty tu jeszcze są. O, tu klucz trzeba było.
There's good plunder here, but I'll need help.
Ja wszystkich wybiłem chyba.
Let's hit the bastards!
Mam teraz jeszcze tylko trochę zadań, które muszę zrobić zaległe. Tu. 20 level.
Give me a hand over here.
No,
This little horde.
Help me with this.
Mi tych materiałów budowlanych brakowało chyba, nie?
Come! You've outstayed our welcome.
Surowce. Tu jakiś jest pajac.
All right!
Tu są jakieś rzeczy. I tak muszę jakiś mieć ten punkt odniesienia. Tu pójdziemy tam. Żeby mieć punkt ten kontrolny. I zelota był. Ciężka sprawa, nie?
Here in solitude, forever enclosed, I forswear all earthly pleasures.
What are you doing in this dungeon?
I devote myself to solitary prayer, to confession and fasting.
I have broken the lock. You can leave.
But I choose to live this way. I am an anchoress. This is my entire life.
Sealed up here. All day and night for life. It is an odd way to worship.
I am at complete peace with the world. Can you say as much?
How can you be at peace with the world if you live beyond its reach?
I know the pain it can inflict.
Come outside. Your god won't be angry for just a few moments. Come. Come.
I will follow you, if only to feel the grass beneath my feet. I will repent when I return. I came here after the dark times, pestilence and hunger, the death of my father. It has been years. I wonder what it will be like to once again feel a cool breeze, the warm sun, the scent of lavender.
Czasami nie mogę jakiś większym.
Thank you, stranger. My